All right. Welcome back to the Cryptocosm. And today I got a special someone. He is in the privacy space. They have an amazing project called Conceal. So I got Mr. Kwibs in the online building. How's it going?
Yeah, thank you for the introduction, man. Thanks for having me on your show. Yeah, I'm good, man. There's so much exciting stuff going on in the privacy world, and especially since this week, of course, you've seen it yourself. Monero and Zcash, yeah, picked up some attention lately. So hopefully, this is the beginning of a new trend for privacy.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that. Just looking back 2 weeks ago, we got the Canadian trucker situation going on with, GoFundMe and, some other, funding platforms for charities and stuff got shut down by the Canadian government. And then, I got some colleagues in the blockchain space. Many of them are from Russia and some other countries. They got, their banking services have been severed by Visa and MasterCard. And also with the Coinbase, 2,500 or 25,000 accounts
Yeah,
who happen to be
25,000.
related. 25,000, oh shoot, okay. Who are supposedly Russian accounts. They got blocked. So, privacy is starting to get a lot of people's attention. So, hey, give us your take about with privacy and how's that going to play out. What do you think?
Well, no one knows how it's going to play out, of course. So I don't really have a clue yet. I know that there's a handful of serious projects, privacy projects, that are creating something new, something cool in the privacy space that actually contribute to something, so that, like, not a regular fork or anything. But I've also seen that there's a project called Iron Fist, or no, Iron Fish, I believe. I'm sorry, Iron Fish.
Firefish, yeah, I heard it,
Yeah,
but
and
no
I
idea
heard a
what's
whole
it in.
bunch of bad stories about it as well. That it was like government backed, government created. So that would make it very interesting, because that would mean that you will have a direct privacy competitor backed by the government instead of, so it would make sense, because they do the same with Bitcoin. It was meant to be decentralized once, but now it's not decentralized at all, and all these governments already have big portions of the Bitcoin supply in their hands. So it would actually make sense if they try to do the same with the privacy sector, because they know it's going to be a big thing. They know they can't stop it, so they might as well try to get a big portion of the market in their own hands. Yeah. I'm not sure if this is,
Yeah.
is something true, but I got it sent through from someone yesterday, saying that they were World Economic Forum backed, something like that.
Wow.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think, for me, when I think, whatever government it is, then you got like privacy, government's trying to get into privacy. To me, it's, I don't know whether I would say it is a sick joke, or is this some weird monstrosity and stuff. I have talked to some friends or colleagues, when we talk about privacy, I would consider myself as, a privacy maximalist. I don't know if that's the right word, but even those who are in government positions, they would be in a weird way, they do care about privacy, but for themselves, not for
Yeah.
the rest of the masses, So, to me, it's just kind of weird to see a government-backed privacy protocol, or coin, So it's just strange, though. To me, it's kind of, I just find it hard to imagine. Um,
Yeah, yeah. It would take the privacy space to a whole nother level. It would make Yeah, it would give you like insider competitors or something. Like,
Yeah, yeah. No, but let's talk about privacy. And within privacy, like you mentioned, like Monero. Then you got Zcash, and but there are also other privacy coins. For example, what you with Conceal, and I'm sure there's several of them. So, um, but I was kind of curious about in the timeline of Conceal, particularly like when did you guys started Conceal?
Conceal was founded in the community was founded in 2017, and the project launched its mainnet in 2018. I've not been there from the start. I joined myself. I stumbled upon the project, I believe, early 2019. And I really loved what I saw, and I just invested in it myself, and I became an active community member, talking there daily, and then started to help out with promotional things as well. And I already had a Twitter account, and I loved tweeting, and these things got bigger and bigger as well. And then it was, I believe, 2021. That's when I got asked for the core team of Conceal Network, and I gladly accepted, of course. And yeah, now I'm being the head of marketing for about a year for Conceal Network now, which is great. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But but I'm just curious though because in the privacy space, Monero has gotten a lot of attention and stuff. So, what made you attracted to Conceal than say Monero or Zcash? What was your personal drive
Um,
that?
yeah, good question. Conceal is relatively undiscovered still compared to the other two projects that you named. But that doesn't mean that we are not creating anything. Conceal has a cold staking feature, so that you can be your own private bank, and you can get interest for locking up your coins for a certain amount of time. Um, so we're a proof of work coin, not proof of stake, and so not to be confused with that. So we don't have masternodes or anything. This system works via hash time locked contracts, which is really cool. We're also working on Conceal App, which is going to be one app that will have all our features and products, like all our modules, in one app. So we will have the wallet in there. We will have our bridges to other blockchains in there, because we have bridges to the Polygon network, to the Ethereum network, to the Binance Smart Chain network, and more to come. You will have Conceal Live built in the app. Conceal Live is a communication app, peer-to-peer, completely serverless and encrypted. So you will be able to also have a video or audio call with your friends, send them over some CCX over the chat. You will have the option to stake your Conceal coins, cold stake your Conceal coins. You can bridge them. You have all these options, and that all built in one app. So I'm pretty excited for that myself.
Oh yeah, no, that's pretty cool though. I love the utility concept behind Conceal because I haven't seen that like with other privacy coins that I'm aware of. I mean, there are. I guess you might agree there are quite several projects. They say they are privacy coins or privacy projects, but I guess the question is, I guess the devil's in the details, right? So even within privacy,
Yeah.
you have different levels of privacy. So could you enlighten us about what are the different levels of privacy?
Well, I'm not that much of a techie myself, so I cannot go too much in depth about that question. But of course, I can tell you something about Conceal's privacy tech, which is it runs on the CryptoNode protocol. So that's the same protocol Monero runs on. However, Monero uses ring CT, I believe, and Conceal does not. So that's a minor difference. What was the question again? I'm sorry, I got a bit.
Oh, I know. I guess the question was relating to privacy, not from a like a not really technical, but I guess let me rephrase it this way. I have come across many projects. They say they are private or they have privacy, but it's not. Some are, say some are, what do you say, privacy by default. Some have optional privacy. Some I'm getting so like. I guess privacy to many people have different meanings. So, some just give, like for example, Zcash is I guess what they call shielded transactions, but that's only, but you have to, I guess, click on that option, right?
Yeah. So Conceal is privacy by default, and all transactions are completely hidden, 100%. So you cannot see balances of certain addresses. So there's no rich list.
Okay.
You cannot see how much someone sent to someone else or how much someone received. It's all completely hidden. Unless you share like a proof of balance. We have proof of balance in place so that so that the owner of the wallet can share how much it has, so that it's verifiable how much someone has in its wallet if that person is willing to share. So we're doing that with the team wallets, for example. Everyone can verify how many CCX coins are in the team wallets. So that's very transparent, of course. But it's not like Zcash where only a certain percent of the transactions are shielded, because that's not how CryptoNote works. CryptoNote is 100% private.
Okay. Yeah, that's what. Because I found it quite interesting. Like when it comes to Zcash, if my numbers are correct, maybe just only 1% of the transactions are, I guess, shielded or they are private.
Yeah, it was a very low number. I thought it was somewhere around 10 or 20%, but could even be one. I don't know.
Yeah, I know, but I just sort of find it kind of makes me giggle because, but even if say you put 10% transactions are shielded, analytic companies can still kind of figure out, I guess, in a simple term, like the ID of the address, so to speak. It's not really that helpful in terms of protecting your privacy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry.
That's fine. No, anyways, what? But I was just kind of wanted you because speaking about privacy, just a few hours ago, like a lot of my Telegram groups and WhatsApp groups, they've been shooting a lot of information about the United States or the White House talking about regulating or come up with a framework for a U.S. digital dollar or aka CBDC.
Yes.
And and also here in Dubai, just a couple of hours ago, the UAE government has come up with a legal framework to regulate digital assets. So it's quite an interesting time that now suddenly things are started to pop up, So, were you surprised? Are you surprised by this, or are you just not surprised at all?
No, not surprised at all, man. Well, there has been rumors of governments creating CBDCs for years already. I mean, it started off as rumors; they're not rumors anymore, of course.
Yeah.
And it was just a matter. It's just a matter of time before governments focus on crypto, like blockchain tech as well, because well, we all know the possibilities with blockchain and that it's here to stay. The governments know this. And at a certain point, crypto is getting so big that they will have to get involved. And well, I think we're already past that time. Like we reached that moment already now. So yeah, they for sure they will. I believe Russia is even releasing its CBDC this year. I read that somewhere.
Wow.
Um,
Okay.
so yeah, it's coming quick, man, and it's getting very interesting.
Yeah. Oh wow. Because I was aware about China. You know, they already kind of have their own CBDC,
Yeah,
but it's more like in a what do you call it, like a financial sandbox. I know that's kind of like
yeah,
a term that they use. But I was made aware of the United States like a couple of months ago. There's a guy I follow. His name is Hotep Jesus. So he did kind of like a study about the United States, and it's the U.S. CBDC program is called Project Hamilton. So basically, in simple English, he just stated it's a monstrosity which is not based on blockchain, and on top of that too. Especially my American audience, they're more familiar with Dr. Ron Paul and ending the Federal Reserve and stuff, or auditing the Federal Reserve. But with this U.S. CBDC, you cannot audit at all, and you cannot track it. Like it's all controlled by the powers not meant to be. So
yeah. It's completely the opposite way of how crypto was meant to be. And
yeah. Can you dive in deeper? I'm sure this must be like just insane seeing all this, right?
yeah, it really is. And also, let's put a warning out there. Like, if governments continue with the development of CBDCs, well, we've seen it with what for example, Coinbase did with those 25,000 Russian addresses that they froze. They can do it to any public blockchain account, like any public blockchain address. So you're not safe in if you hold like Bitcoin on an exchange or a custodial wallet. Get it the fuck out of there and get it on a ledger or Trezor or whatever you use.
Yeah.
Because it's simply not safe. It can be frozen anytime. And who knows what they're going to do? Like, if they roll out their own CBDC, they might as well say, hey, fuck all the others. They're forbidden now. They're illegal. And then you're there, and
Yeah.
you don't have access to your funds anymore. Unless you have full control of your own coins, of course. Or unless you have privacy coins. And that's where privacy coins come in again. When they release these CBDCs, we get closer and closer. The more important privacy becomes, and people will realize it. And I actually believe that privacy will become a trend. Maybe not this year, but 2023, 2024, maybe. I believe it can be. It's going to be huge.
Yeah, I would agree because I remember like last year just talking to a friend of mine. We were just talking about privacy, and he made this quite a bold statement. We have gold, silver. You got cryptocurrencies like BTC, Bitcoin Core, but he also stated that privacy coins will be a separate asset class. So I thought that was really bold to make that statement. So I kind of believe that. So I can see that happen. But I guess the question is, what will it take for privacy coins to, in my opinion, to be a separate asset class by itself? Like, what do you think? And
yeah, well, good question. Never really thought about it, but well, as CBDCs become a bigger thing, so will privacy. I'm sorry, I'm lost again.
I know. Just I guess the question is like what will it take to get privacy coins to the mainstream? Like, could it
Yeah,
be
yeah,
events,
absolutely.
or could it
Yeah.
be education, or whatever? Like, or maybe
Yeah,
some cannabis
it
clinic,
will.
or whatever.
It will definitely. I think we're definitely very far out from that, from reaching that point still. It will also take a couple of events to take place. For example, I mean, it is gonna happen, right? It's inevitable, but we need a few triggers. And for example, that Coinbase froze 25,000 Russian accounts is one of those triggers, one of those events that starts one of those major events that lets people see the importance of privacy. And the same with the Russian war that you have right now.
Yeah,
These Russians can't pay for their Spotify accounts anymore, for their Netflix accounts. They can't use Google Pay anymore. Their
yeah,
rubles are worth a lot less. Um, these people are financially fucked, to say it bluntly.
yeah,
Um, and they will realize, like, hey, why is it so easy for the government to do this to us? How could this have happened, that we have a monetary system where they can fuck us over in a matter of weeks? And now my money is worthless. I cannot spend it anywhere. I cannot even get it out of the bank anymore. And that's what will make people realize that the current system is bullcrap, and that we need better alternatives. And that's when people, when they do their research properly, will eventually get to privacy coins again. So I'm not sure exactly how long it's going to take before we reach
yeah.
a point where people will really start to use privacy coins. But as we get more of these events, I'm pretty sure it will grow and it will become bigger.
Yeah, no, I like that. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, because in my mind, I was thinking, we have seen many cases, right? Like, it's not just the Russian accounts being blocked or banned. Even also previously in the past too.
Yeah,
Um, I have this friend of mine back in the States. Um, we were just talking about the Canadian truckers, and like with the GoFundMe thing. A lot of it was conservative supported initiatives. But what was interesting is, like, I was thinking, why the hell would you donate your money to GoFundMe? Because, like, even
yeah,
also talking to my fiance too, like, she was telling me, like, why the hell would they send it to GoFundMe? I mean, like, I remember, like, 2014. All right, 2014, GoFundMe was blocking other people's money, blocking other people's accounts and stuff. It's just, I don't know. I need to let this frustration out, because, like, you know, at least the libertarians, the voluntarists, or anarchists, they got crypto. The crazy lefties or whatever, they got fiat, dirty fiat or something. But the conservatives, like, have no technology whatsoever, to utilize, but they get screwed over, by by these all these government and uh, too big to fail financial institutions, So, I thought that you know that would have awakened a lot of people to look into privacy, but um, I guess we need, like, a couple of more events for this, for privacy to start getting into the imagination of the people, So that, I mean, that's kind of like, uh, my take on all this. I'm just like, man, like,
yeah,
I don't know,
yeah. So I think that the problem is, like, people see, like, this is another great event that you just named, and people see and realize that something is wrong with it, but they don't take the next step to realizing that there's alternatives or properly use them. So they know, like, oh, we've been fucked over, and oh, it's the same big tech again. Oh, it's the government again. Well, that's shit. What can we do? That's what they think, but there's actually something they could do, but they're just unaware of it being there, of their solution already being there. So yeah, I think that's a major issue. Um, yeah, nevertheless, crypto gets more attention, of course, but not the major attention that it would need.
Yeah.
And also, what I would like to add, why people still use things like GoFundMe, is the same reason why people still use WhatsApp, why people still use Facebook. They know it's taking your privacy away completely, and it's the same way people still use Google. You know, they
Yeah.
know that it takes away all your privacy and knows everything about you, but they just love the app, and it's like trustworthy because it's a big name. So they're like, oh, I know that company, so I use it. That's how far the regular Joe thinks. It doesn't go further than that for most people.
Yeah, I know. When you say that, man, I'm just like thinking, wow, that's a sad state of reality for humanity. And I'm like, man, that kind of sucks, don't you think?
Yeah, it really does, man. It really completely sucks. But people will still be, it will always be sheep. So you will have this problem always. I think from 1,000 years, if we would still exist, if there would not be a nuclear war or something, we would still have this problem. Like,
Okay, all right. So, okay, we talked about the problems and stuff. I like to kind of like visualize. Let's think about solutions and, or about trying to bring attention to privacy coins. So, obviously, no, it's education, but I want to specifically uh, bring you where you started this initial Telegram group called Pursuit of Privacy. So, could you just elaborate this group that you created and why you started, and also kind of you could just kind of get us deep into that, the Pursuit of Privacy group.
yeah, sure. I was already doing my work for Conceal, and I came, and I also was involved with other privacy projects because I don't bet on one horse, and I like there's a lot of competition and innovation out there. Like to name a few, Firo is an excellent project. I like Haven as well. I like Pirate Chain, what they do. So there's a lot of good projects out there, but there was not really a point where all these projects got together. It was all really separate and very hard to get in contact with other privacy projects. And the privacy community is a special community. Like it's a bunch of people that love privacy, and love to know more about it. And so all these communities of these privacy coins also overlap at some point because there's, for example, I myself am invested in, well, I'm not going to say anything about what I'm invested in, but let's say I have these three different types of coins that I'm invested in. I'm a community member of all three, but that makes me a member of the privacy community as well. And there was not really a privacy community at that point. So I was like, hey, why not start a privacy-focused group? You have all these gem groups and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, that's not really what we're looking for. We need a privacy-focused group. And it wasn't there. I kept searching, but it wasn't there. So I was like, okay, then we have to start one ourselves. And that's where privacy came around the corner. And I think it's only around for 4 months now. And we've almost grown to 1,000 members already.
Oh, nice! Congrats!
It's got amazingly interesting conversations because you got people from, you got developers. There's a whole bunch of developers in the chat. There's a whole bunch of team members. There's a whole bunch of community members from all kinds of projects. So all tech gets discussed. All fundamentals get discussed there. People give their blunt and honest view about any technology, which can really, it's really helpful. Well, it's not the right word I was looking for, anyways. But you can learn a lot from it, and it's free because you have all these groups. Not to down talk them or anything, but you have, for example, the Crypto Vigilante, but you have to pay like $1,200, I believe, a year to become a member for the information.
Yeah.
But
I think so.
there are a lot of people that come out to us and they said, hey, the information that I see and get in Pursuit of Privacy are actually a lot more honest and better and transparent, and it's free. So I want to thank you for that. That's what a lot of people say. So yeah, so I'm really happy with that. And since we've been growing so much, I also I was thinking like, what can I do to make a difference for the privacy industry, or like the privacy community? Because it's pretty hard to have. You can really find a website or a place that has honest reviews about all of the privacy projects that are out there, right? So I was like, well, maybe we could set up a Pursuit of Privacy website, and we could start doing AMAs, Ask Me Anythings. So I talked to a couple of privacy projects, see if it's something that they'd like.
Oh, sorry, hold up. Oh, wait. Oh, sorry, hold up. I think something happened to. Oh, hold up. Wait a minute. Oh. Hey, we are back. We are back.
Man, that sucks, doesn't it? Holy shit, we're in the
No,
middle
I
of
think
something.
it's still recording. It's still recording. No worries.
Okay, good. So
Yeah.
where was I? Like, what to what point did you?
Uh, no, I only heard it till where you talked about, right now the pursuit of privacy, it's all developers, getting together, just giving honest feedback, and like it is.
Yeah,
And you also mentioned there's no like I guess a free resource for people to actually, learn about different privacy, protocols, and just kind of like dive in deep. So yeah, I think that's
yeah.
the.
Okay, good. So yeah, so Pursuit of Privacy is this group where you can join if you want more information about privacy, or if you're already into privacy, of course, and you can talk about anything related to privacy there. And we have all these developers, indeed, that and team members and community members that are there. So that makes the conversations of a very high level normally, and very
Mhm.
interesting to see. So even if you don't want to talk but just want to read, it's very interesting to be there as well. Um, yeah. So and I was also thinking, what else can I do for the privacy community, privacy industry? What's not there yet? And then I came to the conclusion that there's not really one place where you have an honest. Where you have honest information about any project or any important privacy project that's out there. So then I was thinking like, hey, maybe we should start doing Ask Me Anythings, AMAs on Pursuit of Privacy. So I started talking about this idea with a couple of projects, and they all really liked the idea. So there will be AMAs in the near future.
Nice.
Probably only a month from now already will be the first one taking place. And yeah, it's just great to do because I myself get contacted by these gem groups every day as a community, as a marketing manager.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always like, hey, do you want to do an AMA with our group? We have 30K people in it. and it will cost you $2,000 and then those 30K members are like for like 28,000 of them are fake, and you just
Okay.
it's like a money grab, and I really not wanted it to be that. So I ask a very very low amount of money for Pursuit of Privacy. I believe it was $500 or $600. And then of that, $200 goes to prizes to motivate people to come up with good questions and participate in the AMA.
Good one.
And the other $300-400 goes towards. We have Rowenta, which he's from CryptoLocap.com, and he's very good at it. He has a bunch of interviews on his website already, but with a bunch of privacy projects. And he's just a very good interviewer in general. So he comes up with these great questions about projects in particular. So he will come up with the questions and he will do the research. So he gets his share for that. And then I will be the host and hosting the AMA and asking the questions. And we do it that way so that it's all transparent and so it's all about the information, So it's not like a money making thing because, well, we don't want to make money. We don't make money out of it, but we want to provide good information about these projects, and that's what we focus on. So all these AMAs will be documented, and in the end, they will be uploaded to or CryptoLocap.com or Pursuit of Privacy, but our website is not live yet, so I'm not sure.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. No, but I was just curious, like, other than, developers or say maybe like privacy enthusiasts like myself, but do you also are there any plans in the future to try to maybe attract more, say, like marketers to marketers or educators, kind of like join the group as a way to maybe I don't know, like I guess work out some sort of like a privacy outreach, for different communities, that kind of deal. Is that something in the works?
Good question. So we have been thinking about that as well. We have a bunch of guys that went to protests around the world. We have people in Canada, we have people in Australia, in Europe, in America, and some of them were handing out flyers of certain crypto projects.
Gotcha.
And I was like, well, that's a great idea, but why don't we do that with privacy in general? So I was thinking like maybe we could create a Pursuit of Privacy flyer. Are you still there? Hello?
Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
It kind of got stuck for a bit.
Okay, so I was thinking, so all these people are handing out flyers of their own project, and I was like, well, maybe we can do that with privacy in general as well. Yeah? So not for a particular project, but for Pursuit of Privacy. So I've been thinking about making these flyers with the basic information about privacy, so that people can hand them out everywhere around the world to get people into privacy, into a group, and introduce them to privacy coins in general. And you could, the possibilities are endless, man. I've been thinking about setting up a website with proper information about privacy coins as well.
Okay.
And you could even set up like a foundation or something where people can, or like an address where people, all these privacy projects can donate, and then or let privacy coins contribute a little bit of money to pursue the privacy, so that we can make sure that we can make quality content about these privacy coins as well, and put them on the flyer and blah blah. So it's all just ideas from this point, but the possibilities and the ideas are there definitely.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that I will continue with Pursuit of Privacy for the next 5 years at least. So I'm pretty sure it will become a big something.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, I mean, for me, I can personally imagine the Pursuit of Privacy become more than just a Telegram group, doing, like AMAs or Twitter Space AMAs, that kind of deal. Uh,
Yeah.
I mean, I could see it end up having kind of like say like a virtual conference, like Pursuit of Privacy conference, or call it popcorn,
Yeah,
just to
yeah,
make
that
it.
was your idea last time we talked over the phone. You said something about a Pursuit of Privacy conference, and I love the
Yeah,
idea.
yeah. It'd be, I think it'd be kind of cool to have some, like, maybe like say like a virtual conference, because like it'll be kind of cool to have, different speakers from different groups. Uh, whether say Monero, Pirate Chain, Conceal, I mean, you name it, or even also some other interesting, say, like, mathematicians, talking about ZK proof, zero knowledge proof, or something like that. Like, I mean, now it's started to come in the limelight. So. Um, because I think because the way I see it, I think it's important for guys like people in these projects to do some evangelizing, do some education, like um, uh, I guess my thing for me is trying to bridge the gap between people in the privacy space and your regular Joes and Janes out there, so
Yeah,
I guess it's I think that is something I feel will help. I know it's a lot of work, it's a lot of hard work and stuff, but I think within a lot of people sort of like getting involved, I can see that can come out in a big way. So yeah, that's that's kind of like my my
yeah,
thought process, my viewpoint.
yeah. I share that same viewpoint. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, because for me, just everyone knows, I work for FMFW.io, which is a centralized exchange. So uh, for us, it's, we try to provide some education for because for the regular people to use a centralized exchange is kind of easy, but obviously then the next evolution, I believe, is going to be in the DEXs, your decentralized exchanges, but I guess but the development, the technology, and also like the user experience hasn't caught up yet. But I do believe that's going to happen, So already, many other exchanges, also ourselves too, we're looking towards that direction. It's just because the culture is changing. So obviously, when the culture changes, the
yeah. The
politics
trend
also
is
change
changing.
too.
Dexes, yeah. And there's a couple of good Dexes coming out this year, I believe. I believe there's a project called Haveno,
Mm,
which is releasing its Dex this year. Could
yeah,
be a potentially game changer. I didn't dive into deep how it works, what it does, but people are pretty
yeah,
excited about it in Pursuit of Privacy as well. So
yeah.
yeah,
I heard
and
a
I
lot about
definitely
it
think that
too.
there's going to be a shift where centralized exchanges become less and less important and actually will maybe eventually disappear from the stage completely in 5 to 10 years. Who knows?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I know. I think that definitely. I guess from my viewpoint, I won't see like what do you say, sexes disappear or anything like that. Again, again it depends on the user base. Like
yeah,
how well versed they are. But if there is a steady increasing momentum towards privacy coins, then I think definitely we'll be in a stage where culturally, we'll be really strong, and the politics or whatever governments out there, they cannot stop it. They just have to get used to it. You know what I'm saying? Like I can see that happen. Um,
yeah.
that's where. But yeah, but anyways, yeah. Let's. If people wanted to learn more about the pursuit of privacy, where can they reach out and find out about you guys?
Well, as of this moment, information about Pursuit of Privacy is still very limited because we're only
Okay.
on Telegram and Discord.
Yeah.
So for Telegram, it's just t.me/pursuit of privacy.
Okay.
So, or you can just type it in your search bar, pursuit of privacy, and it will pop up. You can just join and participate in the discussions. We have a link
Hmm.
on our Telegram to our Discord. Our Discord is more kind of a backup plan right now,
Okay.
so that if our Telegram gets taken offline or whatever, we always have the Discord. Um, the plan was to make it like to have Telegram's temporary solution and then switch to Discord, but most of our community seems to love the Telegram. So it kind of just stayed on Telegram, and we have like 100 people on our Discord now, I believe, but there's not really any conversations there yet. Um,
Okay.
but all these rooms are out there, like crypto chat, fundamental analysis, technical analysis, charts and information, privacy news, privacy talk, shit talk lounge. So we have all these rooms already ready to be used. And I'm pretty sure that as soon as our community grows, and we are also planning on making a Twitter account, that we will have a broad community on all of these platforms, so on Twitter, on Discord, on Telegram, and I believe in the future they will all be used. But for now, it's just Telegram.
All right. Okay. No, that's good to know. Yeah, because I do hope that other folks who are not really privacy enthusiasts, but they're willing to learn. I think that'll help close the gap when it comes to privacy coins. And I guess for me, I want to see a future where privacy coins uh, will have its day. So it's just that my personal belief that it's gonna take place. So because see already like in many of the centralized exchanges, there's a lot of privacy coin activity going on. But that's in the centralized exchange, so uh, it's a matter of time. Like I could imagine being used on a retail level. Like, hey, if I want to get a cup of tea or something, or maybe get a Starbucks or something, hey, I want to use Conceal or Monero or whatever. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
um, uh,
yeah. We have
uh,
solutions for that as well. We have Conceal Pay, which
all
is
right.
for merchants to accept Conceal in an easy way. Um,
Wow, that is good. Okay, all right.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
if people
If
want to
we,
learn more about Conceal, because I know like folks in the West. I mean, hey, that could be really useful actually.
yeah. So we are not only focusing on being a privacy coin, because there's tons out there, but we are also focusing heavily on the user friendliness and the user interfaces of our products. So yeah. If you go to Conceal Network and you try our desktop wallet, for example, or the Conceal app, or the cloud, or any other project, you will see that the interfaces are really smooth and easy to use and good looking. I
Hmm.
think that's a really important thing for adoption to happen. That's why we also create this app where you just have access to like anything of our ecosystem all in one app. Because
Hmm.
it's kind of hard if you're a regular Joe and you have to install this desktop wallet. First of all, your antivirus is going to give you like, oh, this is a virus, because that's what it does
Yeah,
to blockchain technology. So you're going to be like, oh, what is this? That's where people already quit most of the time, and if they don't,
exactly.
then your desktop wallet has to sync for like a couple of hours, and people are like, what the
Hmm.
fuck is this? you know?
I agree. I
It's
agree.
all
Preach it, brother.
part of
Preach
it.
it.
Yeah, it's all but still part of what blockchain is, and but we also speeding up the syncing process. I think it only takes you like half an hour now to sync with the Conceal chain completely.
Hmm.
Um, and we create all these apps to be as user friendly as possible for adoption. And these solutions like Conceal ID, where you don't have an address, you have your long address, but you have, for example, marcus.conceal.id or something, and then people can send you
Oh,
money
okay.
to that address instead of your long coded address. And then, yeah, we have Conceal Pay for merchants to accept Conceal on their website. Um, you also have a QR code built in your wallet and stuff, so you can just scan it and then So it's very easy. So for example, if I would stand in front of you face to face right now, and you would have the Conceal app and I would have the Conceal app, I could just scan your QR code and then your address pops up in my phone on my Conceal app instantly, and I can just transfer you some money. It's just these small things that make a difference, User
Sure,
interface,
sure.
it's easy to use. And all that together is what makes Conceal special in my eyes, together with the tokenomics and the passion that's behind it. All the people that work on Conceal Network are still working on it part-time. We all have full-time jobs next to
Wow.
what we
Yeah.
create, and families, most of us.
Sure,
So as Conceal would grow into a bigger, if market conditions would be better for Conceal, then we could also switch to actually get some of our developers go full-time on Conceal. Which is
Okay.
definitely a plan for us for the future.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
yeah, there's so much to improve and so much to work on. But Conceal is based on community ideas and passion, and that's what drives the project, and that's what I love. It's just people from the community stepping up, wanting to help out of the life for what we're creating, and not for making any money or something, because we're making very little money, I can tell you at the moment.
Yeah, no,
So
I understand. I can understand that. Yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
and the tokenomics, man. There's not any other privacy coin that has these kind of tokenomics. I believe we have a flat emission schedule, so the max supply of Conceal is 200 million coins, and it will not be reached for another 100 years. So,
gotcha.
for
Okay.
example, on other privacy projects, a lot of the supply gets mined in the first year. It's getting speed mined. I will not name any names. But
All right.
that gives earlier investors or miners an advantage over people that join later. But with Conceal, miners that join in 10 or 20 years will still get the same reward as the people that are mining right now. So it's way more fair. And
Gotcha. Okay.
currently, only about 6.8% of our max supply is in circulation. So only 6.8% of the max supply is circulating supply right now, which is
All right.
very, very
Okay.
low, because most privacy projects already have more than 50% or even 90% of their coins in circulation.
Okay. Now that's interesting info. But I actually but before we end this episode, you know, I wanted to ask you like how can we from the community, whether it's from the privacy or say from the marketing space, like how can we help Conceal, um, you know, expand its reach and get the word out. Like how is there uh, is there something that you need help with, to get the word across or
Yeah, so our main issue right now is not the technology. Like if you look up Conceal Network on GitHub right now, it's actually last month we were even more active than Monero or Dero or Haven with the development process
okay,
we had. So there's so much being worked on, um, and the products are also already there. The user interface is already there. It's all ready for use. So that's not the problem. We already have
okay,
like 6 or 7 developers working on Conceal, which is also amazing for such a small project. But the main issue we have is visibility. We are just still under the radar, and it's very
gotcha.
hard to become a known project, to be discovered. So we're really trying our best, and our community is also trying our best. So what people can do is, you know, mouth to mouth, just bring out the word, like on Twitter, for example, or to your friends, making content, videos, long
Okay,
read-ups, write articles about Conceal. It all helps us to grow. So
sure,
that's
sure.
what we want to do. But what really is sad to see in the current crypto space is that it's all about money, money talk. Um, and projects like for example, privacy in general is so undervalued. Like not only Conceal, but all these privacy projects, simply for the fact that people don't really know what crypto is actually about and what it was created for. The original vision of Satoshi was also at a later stage introduce, make a privacy coin out of Bitcoin. It was already his idea. But what has crypto become? Well, not something private at all. Now we have all these NFTs and all these other cool things, but it's not really. And these projects, these meme coins, for example, they raise huge amounts of money. So there's huge amounts of money available in the crypto projects, which comes to the point where all these content creators think that all these crypto projects have millions of dollars. So if I go to a YouTuber that has like 200,000 subscribers and makes good quality content about privacy, not about privacy coins, but about crypto in general, and I say to him, hey, would you make a 15-minute video about Conceal, please? Would really help us out. I can pay you a little something for it. And then you get an email back like, sure, yeah, I can do that. It will cost you 12 grand for a 15-minute video, That's the prices that we have to deal with because they all think that we're a millionaire. So it's very hard for a small project to get visibility and to get a name out there. But also on that front, we're working on, because we have a marketing fund, which we're spending wisely, and we also get community funding running this month, so that actually the community can also donate to a cause. So let's say we say like, hey guys, we need 5 grand for this video on this guy's channel. If you guys like this, please donate to this address. When we reach it, we'll proceed, So we're definitely busy with all these kinds of incentive ways to get the name out there. So the technology speaks for itself. So I'm pretty sure it's just a matter of years.
Oh, sure. Okay. No, that's good. That's good to know. That just wanted to know. Not just for myself, but also other people too, who would love to, support privacy in some form or fashion, So that's good to know. So I at least from my side, definitely will try to have these have privacy crypto conversations here in Dubai, So. So that's something I know I can do from my side, but I'm sure I think there is a gold mine opportunity for young talent folks, whether in the marketing space or whatever, to capitalize on what privacy crypto can offer. So that's something that's something I personally do believe so. So yeah, so just definitely you have a supporter over here. But anyways, we're about to end. So before we end this off, do you have any words of wisdom for the new folks entering into the space?
Get your ass in pursuit of privacy. Get your ass in there.
All right, nice. I love it. Hey, that's wise words indeed. Wise words indeed. But anyways, hey, Mr. Kwibs.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead. I didn't.
No. I it was just a joke, but seriously, I would advise anyone to take a deeper look into the privacy projects that are already out there, because you are still very early right now.
Hey, Mr. Kwibs, can you just repeat that again, please? I think.
Hello?
Hello, hey, can you hear me? Oh, sorry, can you repeat again? It's just kind of like stop for a couple of seconds. Oh. Hold up. You're almost there. Oh, admit. Oh, hey, there you go. All right, admit. All right.
Holy shit, I'm sorry for my bad connection.
That was good. No way, no, it's still recording, so no way. Let's keep it raw and fresh. So, but before we end this officially, uh, you said about joining the pursuit of privacy and something else. I forgot.
Yeah. So that was just a joke to get your ass in pursuit of privacy. But honestly, people should really take a deeper look into privacy coins. There's a lot of interesting projects that are working on privacy solutions out there already. And if you invest in them right now, you are still very, very early. Yeah, so that would be my advice.
Awesome. Yeah. Hey, thank you so much, Mr. Kwibs. Glad we got to connect previously, as well as I'm also glad that I joined the Pursuit of Privacy group. That there's some pretty amazing people, especially developers out there. Just creating great blockchain-based solutions, and the amount of advancement that you guys have in Conceal. I mean, it is spectacular, like compared to other projects I've seen. So definitely, that's why I always kind of like bring the topic of marketing and getting the messaging out there. So definitely, yeah. And look, I think it is a marathon, but I think it's a marathon worth fighting for, and just getting that word out there. So yeah, and definitely, I personally, to me, when I think of BTC, in one way, this is where I agree with Rafael Laverde when he says BTC is this crypto coin, the surveillance coin. It's not really crypto in a sense, but when you look at privacy coins, they definitely are the definition of cryptocurrencies. So that's yeah. So that's what I think. So, anyways, thank you everyone for tuning in. And this is not the last one. Absolutely. Hey, you are welcome. So you're welcome. And yeah.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, you're welcome. They definitely want to support as many privacy folks as possible. Because I think, to me, like, for us to have liberty and freedom in our lifetime, we do need these technologies. We also, this is all, not just as technologies, but also the mindset of liberty and freedom. I think that is really needed in these times. So that's what I'm trying to do my part to help out. So, anyways, people, we gotta go. We got a future to.
Bye bye.